Warning. Warning.
This show contains mature content. Listener discretion is advised.
Are you ready to get your mind blown?
One angry New York City Puerto Rican decided to start a radio show, determined to piss the world off by shoving a mirror in front of society's face. He kicked them in the balls.
What are you? Who are you?
This is the Crotch Shot Radio Show. Crotch Shot Radio Show.
This is not a test. This is a broadcast transmission.
We're going to stay on the air.
And now, the Whippy.
Yo, welcome to the Crowd Shot Radio Show, where we kick the issues in the balls. We are on an active war against bullshit. We would do anything and everything to expose bullshit. The ends sometimes justify the means. So if you're angry and want the truth exposed, then strap in and prepare to be shocked. This is Smash Mouth Talk. If you can't accept that, then fuck off. I'm your host, Louis B. I takes no bullshit from nobody. I actually expose the bullshit of society, and I chop it up into easy-to-swallow chunks for you. Today won't be any different. As always, I have a royal bug up my ass. Today got really pissed off with what I heard today. And especially not just what I heard today, but the reaction to some people. I'm calling comedian JC Knows Best. He hosts a once a month show at New York Comedy Club. Stand Up New York, called The Church. So JC, how you doing?
Doing great, man. What's going down?
What's going down is apparently you don't have freedom of expression in the New York City comedy scene anymore. You say a word and that apparently gives you carte blanche to blast someone in the face.
Oh, damn, you just gonna stick the dick in? You're not even gonna get me wet? This is crazy.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
How, can we, just exchange pleasantries for a few minutes? God damn, why you're terrible at foreplay, I bet. I bet you are terrible.
Actually, I'm really good at foreplay. It's just that sometimes when I'm pissed off, I just want to rip the fucking clothes off and just push the bitch down, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Listen, you're into raping. You're at least into rape fantasy, Louis. There's maybe not raping women. Maybe you don't have any rapes out there, but you definitely have rape fantasies going on. That's for sure.
Not really.
You don't do the rape?
No, you would be really surprised at what my fantasies are about sexually.
All right. Well,
I'm really a teddy bear. I'm the type of guy that likes to coke candles and shit.
Hey, you're grossing me out. I mean, what do you want me to say now? You made it weird. I wanted to, lead into something that I thought was plausible. You shot me down. Now you're telling me this mushy bullshit. I don't care about this. This is gross.
You break my heart. You really do.
I know I do.
You break my fucking heart.
This is who I am. I'm an antagonist. That is what I am. I'm the bad guy.
Say hello to the bad guy.
Say hello to my little friend. All right, well, listen, it's good to hear from you. I actually saw you post that, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that, because I like discourse with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone listens to this. I doubt it.
A lot of people do, actually. I literally have gotten emails from people in Germany.
How many viewers or listeners do you have right now?
Right now,
Two.
so far,
Me and you.
No, one person is listening, but that will grow and that's Mildra. He says in the chat room, "Sup, Louie? Sup, Mildra? How you doing?" One of my loyal listeners. It's 2 in the morning. It's 2 in the morning. I'm not expecting people to listen live to the impromptu show live.
People listen to the playback?
Yeah, of course.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on iTunes. I'm on TuneIn.
Are you on iTunes, really?
Yeah, iTunes, TuneIn. I'm on iHeart.
What's your rating?
I'm on iHeartRadio.
What are your ratings?
What are my ratings? Well, I don't want to get into that now. Andrew from Australia. He says, "Who's the other guy, Captain Strikeout?" That's my nickname on the show, Captain Strikeout. This is JC Knows Best. He's a comic. He's a Dominican comic who tries to play black.
I don't fucking try to play back, and don't you dare. I will lay your ass down. Don't even start.
Are you or are you not Dominican?
I'm a black Dominican. Okay, first off, Dominican is a nationality, black is a race is a construct. It's all bullshit. Anyway, I'm black, and I'm a black Dominican. What the fuck?
You're a Latino.
Sure.
Okay.
And
am I lying?
I'm a blacklist.
Am I lying? Am I lying? Am I lying? Am I lying?
My blackness.
Am I lying? But am I lying though?
No, the problem, I'm telling you, I don't know. I have to write a bit about this because it's getting to a ridiculous point.
Yeah.
Hispanics do not want to associate themselves with black people, and I don't know why. It's not just Dominicans. It's all of you.
I swear to God, though, you don't do a crip walk. You dance bachata. Cut the shit.
You know what?
Like you don't even embrace your real name.
If I see you, I'm gonna fucking shank you. All right? Is that Hispanic enough for you? I'll fucking stick a knife in you and twist it. Right in the fupa part of your belly.
Well, many people have tried. Many have failed.
It's good to hear from you, man. And, yeah, you know, this is the thing with this whole situation. Who gives a fuck? You know, it's like people get distracted. I wanted to post that. I wanted to post, man, these niggas get distracted easily.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I mean, this is a... I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Listen, I already know, because I like the way you think, I already know we're going to be on the same page. It's just so, like, it's so corny and annoying.
It really is. It really is. I mean, let me read some of these comments that I've been seeing. In fact, everyone could do comic punched searched on Facebook. Should I mention her name? Yes or no?
Of course.
Okay, Ashley Gavin. Lesbian comedian, white lesbian comedian. She writes on her Facebook, "Lots of open micers deserve to be punched in the face, including the one that got punched in the face. No pithy philosophical statement here. I'm just really glad that one of these assholes finally got punched in the face."
I like that. That's funny.
Yeah, but how's about we change that around? You know, how's about somebody put, "Oh, I'm really glad one of these lesbians got punched in the face."
Well, she would have to stand by that. I mean, listen, if people do not, whatever judgment that they use to judge a situation, it has to apply to themselves as well as whoever else. So,
I mean, not that I believe that she should get punched in the face for being a lesbian. It's just that, she's making the stance that if somebody says something offensive, they deserve to get hit. Well, in certain parts of the country, it's still kind of offensive. If it still offends people, homosexuality still offends some people in certain parts of this country. Does that mean if they go to that part and they, you know, they practice their, you know, their sexuality, their alternate lifestyles, whatever. You know what I mean? Does that mean that it's okay for someone to hit them because they get offended?
No, people should not be hitting anyone. That's ridiculous. You do not hit. That's what the fuck? Are we children?
Exactly.
What the fuck? You do not hit. That's like so dumb. I don't even know why we have to say that. That's stupid. Now, that being said, and this is why, you know, again, I get called out for playing both sides, but it's true. It's like you have to look at both sides of every issue. I cannot not analyze the situation. If you say provocative shit, you have to own and be accountable for the reaction. If you are super funny, you can get away with shit that's like crazy obscene. If you're not funny, motherfuckers is going to want to fight you because it's like you're basically doing hate speech. Whatever the case is, I don't care what somebody says. I really do not give a fuck what a motherfucker says on a comedy thing. That being said, if you say something or whatever and, you know, something happens, you got to own that. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You got punched in the face. That is. I've had bottles thrown at me, microphones, fucking, man, all types of shit. Like, you got to own your shit, dog. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, and from what...
Face, that's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, and from what I read on the comedian that got punched in the face... Fuck it, his name is Edward. Where Edward put
Edward
on...
Pharrell, are you scared to say it?
Well, I don't know, because, some people don't want to, fuck it. Edward Pharrell,
Louis, nobody listens to this podcast.
Shut up. Yes, they do. People do listen.
But not comics, though.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
I feel like you have a following because of the 9/11 truther thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you have, you're special, because you have, real people who listen to you. All of these fucking comics, they don't give a fuck about, because everyone's got their own shit.
Yeah. Which
don't be afraid to talk shit.
Alright, well, no, I'm not afraid. It's just that, look, I don't want to, if people are not ready to come out, but, fuck it, you're right. So, yeah, no, Edward Pharrell, he explained what happened. And basically, this is what he wrote on his Facebook. Last night, I performed at the Metropolitan Room open mic. During my set, I was assaulted by a crowd member who I believe was also a comic. I have been told by an employee of the club that I am banned from using offensive language. During the bit, I used the N-word. A man who assaulted me was black and sucker punched me. There was no dialect between us, or even the slightest sign that this was about to happen. The way I used the word was in a story in which a very good friend of mine who is black said to me, "Eddie, you ain't no nigga, but you will always be my nigga." Followed by me saying I shed a tear, and the only other black person to make me cry was Dookie from The Wire. Still true, by the way. My only regret is that I wish I got punched after a better, more developed and offensive joke. The only way to develop as a stand-up is to take chances on stage, and I will continue to do so, just not in the legendary basement of the Metropolitan Room while standing in front of a cappuccino machine.
Alright, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
He's going to be on my show on Monday, and, I already can write a whole transcript about this whole situation. It's very simple. Okay? He made a joke. Like any other day, on any other fucking night of New York City open mic, there's a white comic saying nigger on stage. It happens every day at almost every mic. It's it is what it is.
Yeah.
He got caught by somebody who was probably a regular person who wanted to try comedy. Maybe this guy's been doing it for a few weeks. Who knows? Whatever. He's new. But he's still not like comic. He's not like a comic. He's kind of like a regular guy. He heard it. It triggered something, and he punched the dude. So now, that's not necessarily... No, that's not right, okay?
Right.
But when everybody found out, we all took our collective, angst, or just ugh. at constantly having to deal with white males saying nigger, and we're just like, yeah, I'm glad he got punched. And we all just kind of like threw up that like dunk, like, yes, finally, one of you needs to be sacrificed type of thing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he didn't do anything terrible. The joke wasn't even hate speech. The joke was, basically what he's saying is, when my black friend calls me nigga, I feel really good about it. That's the joke. What's, like, yeah, fucking, come on. What's his name did the same joke? Neil, fucking Dave Chappelle's fucking guy.
His co-writer, yeah.
Neil, what is his name?
Whatever
the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
The white dude from the Chappelle Show. He did the same type of joke. It is what it is. Like, come on. Louis C.K., his cunt nigger, what is it? Cunt nigger faggot, whatever that joke is. That shit is mad. Like, wow, it's a lot. And, you know, he says it right, nigger, and then.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. He has a following. Nobody's fucking with him. It's funny. Come on, people get distracted over stupid shit. In the end of the day, it was nice to have a white person sacrifice. I was happy to see it. I'm gonna tell you. And you know, when Edward comes on, I'm gonna tell him the same thing. I'm so glad to hear this.
Yeah.
You know, but do I really give a fuck? No. Who cares? This is another cracker being a cracker.
Yeah. In fact, Christina Galston on Facebook, she says, "So which one of y'all black comics would have punched Bill Burr or Louis C.K. for saying N-word because they totally do in they acts?"
Exactly.
I'll wait.
Absolutely said the same shit. Oh.
I mean, and you know, but the thing that surprises me is these are the same motherfuckers that will cry, bitch, and moan if somebody tries to stop them from doing their comedy based on their content. Yet
there's something.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off. Go ahead. Keep on going, and then I'll go. Go ahead. Yeah, that's a very good point.
You know that. Yeah, no, based on content. I'm done. Go. Boom.
Oh, damn, he just fucked me up. Damn it. Louis, I forgot what I was going to say. See, I interrupted you, and I fucked myself. I'm going to shut up now.
Yeah, and you fucked me, too, because I was about to say something, and I was like, nah, fuck it. All right, that's good enough. So I threw the ball back.
And then it probably wasn't that profound anyway.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
So, okay. Let me repeat myself, see if I remember. You know, they'll be the first ones crying about free speech. Oh, you know, they'll be crying about political correctness when it's about them. Like when somebody attacks like Amy Schumer or any other lame comic.
Listen, everybody gets offended. Women get offended. Fucking women have they gays get offended. Blacks get offended. Listen, who gives a... I mean, come on. Just people want to be offended. That's what they want to do. It keeps them warm at night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it helps them to get some sleep. You know, to know that they are a victim and their city life has nothing to do with them. It's someone that they can just blame it on somebody else. That is what it's about. Feeling like a victim, being able to make your way through life and knowing that it's not your fault.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like these liberal comics, these like Bernie Sanders supporting comics. They act as conservative when it comes to, you know, being anti-free speech as they accuse Republicans of being.
Yeah, listen, I've made the same connection. It's very wise, obvious.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, listen, that's why I always said Republicans, Democrats, Liberals, Conservatives are all the same.
Mm-hmm.
They're just a different color team, but you're all the same. You know, like, I'm so over politics, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so over, you know, I'm just, like, so over everything. It's like, this is the Matrix, and, you know, this is all a game. I'm like, I sound like I could be a 9/11 truther. I'm just, like, not that nerdy, but... Yeah, like
are you saying that I'm nerdy?
Oh, you are beyond. I mean, that is without a doubt. You
know
are
what?
extremely nerdy.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I fuck with you heavy, dog. They're good people.
I'm the only one. I'm the only one on with the balls to say it on stage.
I don't know if I would give yourself that much credit.
Okay, fine. So let me.
You gotta get on some shows, and you gotta be successful. You know, saying provocative shit, and it's very hard. It's harder than you think. See, this is the thing. At the end of the day, Lewis, and I didn't want to admit this when I first started, but it's true. At the end of the day, it's about laughs. This is a career. You know, if I wanted to be a political activist, I should have gone into that. So you have to get laughs. You can have some great points, but if you don't have laughs, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was listening to, you know, I was just like, there's so many of these guys. They're so great, and it's just like, it's so awesome. And I work at Levity. I hate that place. And I hate the management there, but I just love just being, it's like workshopping. It's like watching these guys, you learn a lot. Even though I'm slow to apply shit, but it is still good to see.
Yeah, I hear you. Some of the comments we're getting in the chat room. Ben Cruz, who's also another comic, he goes, if you're going to open mics and getting offended at bad jokes, just stay home.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, yeah, why? Like, why?
I mean,
it's like again, people are just so bored. Like, why? Okay, so you punched him, but see, that's what I'm saying. It's like an expulsion of just, it's like, so he punched that dude. Now what happened? Now you feel better. Okay, you feel better. All right, I felt better. Well, I'm telling you, when I heard it, I was like, yes, that's hilarious, great. But then I moved on with my life. People were like, the oppression, black people, shut the fuck up, God.
Like, and I have like a similar joke that I say on stage, and I said this at Kenny Warren's mic over there at the Duck Bar. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Of course, it's called the Duck.
The Duck, okay. I didn't know I was getting the bar right. So no, I said the joke. Why is it wrong when homeless people throw bricks, but okay when the Knicks do it? And then
that's funny.
And then I go, if I could speak on the state of New York City basketball, when it comes to the fact that we haven't won a championship in so many years, their black lives don't matter. And I got the, I didn't get punched in the face. And in fact, I was invited back.
I mean, number one, it's the mic. You can always come back. It's every weekly. Anyone can come.
I'm just saying. No one got pissed off at me.
No, that's a very dope room that Kenny Warren runs. Kenny Warren does very dope shit.
Yeah.
He's consistent. He builds a very nice following, and it's a mature crowd. There are some instances, but again, a lot of instances like, violence and that type of reaction, it is by audience members that are not real comics. Just like fucking people like venting like an AA meeting. You got a lot of fucking Alcoholics Anonymous comics. There's a lot of open micers out there that are just kind of, they're just shitty people and they got to get shit off their chest. And I get that. I'm with it. That's me. A lot of it. That's me. But, no one real, not a real comic is going to punch somebody. Now, you might heckle. I heckle. I heckle. But for me, if you make me heckle, that's a good thing. Like, you gotten a reaction out of me.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's actually good. It's like, when you can get someone to heckle, I think that's awesome. I'm really fucked up. I like things backwards.
Yeah.
And I like to fuck people's heads up. I like, make them laugh, but, I like to get in people's heads. I have some really good Planned Parenthood shit that I'm very excited about. And, some abortion material that, some women, they don't like. They really don't like. And I get, like, hissed at and, girls get up after me and they devote their whole set to me. It's fun.
I know.
I wish I could say I'm fucking up high profile comments like that. I think I do on Facebook, but on like real live stage, I would love to like put some female comics up that have some clout. That would be my dream. I can't wait. But it's gonna happen. I mean, I'm fucking reckless. I do not.
It is. Let me get back to these comments here because they're coming in fast and furious. I don't wanna. Mildred goes, too many people seem to think that they're above consequence. Quick note, hate speech is a goddamn walrus tusk these days.
Okay, I know what that means.
Oh, that means... Yeah, that means a walrus tusk basically is a non sequitur.
Right.
Okay.
What? A non-what?
I can't fucking talk today. Secular. I can't say that word.
Like irrelevant?
Yeah.
Okay, go. Next comment.
Alrighty. What the fuck? I get bleep, bleep. Andrew's like, whatever happened to going out for a good time?
Who's Andrew?
He's another one of my listeners. He's from Australia.
Nice. You got Australians. I like this. This is great.
Yes. Mildra, he's like, offense is the new drug because it's the worst kind of narcissism and impossible to parody.
Very good. Very good. Next comment.
Ben Cruz again. He goes, I have a joke about having to explain the use of the N-word. You know what? Fucking people, stop saying N-word. If you gotta say it, just say nigga or nigger. I don't give a fuck.
No, I know. People don't have to say nigga or nigger. Listen, don't force people to be as raw and real as you. I say nigga, and I say nigger, and I love those words. And I had some dear friends that I love in comedy, Kim DeShields, Robin Siegel. Love these girls, but they're like, I don't want anyone to say it, and I don't like anybody to say it, and it's not like... And I'm fine with that, and I respect that, and I still love them. But, yeah, I'm going to say it because I want to say it.
Yeah.
But if somebody wants to say N-word, let them say N-word. Okay. They ain't got to say it. They don't got to say nigga. They don't got to be as raw as me.
All right, fair enough. I have a joke about explaining the use of the N-word to my kid. He's adopted. He's black. He will not use the N-word because we don't use it. So I have to have these really awkward conversations with my kid. Sweetie, you can say I'm your nigga. I can't say you're my nigga. I haven't been punched for it, yet I have gotten gasp and stone cold stares. I did that joke at the Metro, got some giggles, but it was definitely tense. Then I do the joke at Nipsey Hussle in Brooklyn room, 100% black comedians, it kills. For the record, we've never had this conversation, but it's a real thing. Here's a small human that I've raised, that I love, but there is a social divide between us that I have for some reason. I go to the mall and I start calling my black kid my nigga, all hell could break loose. But again, I don't use it. Also, I probably get some leeway for being Mexican. Well, yeah.
What is this dude's name?
Ben Cruz.
Who is that? That's such a familiar name, Ben Cruz.
He's a comic.
There's so many Bens. I don't know.
Ben Cruz.
Where is he? Is he an open micer, I guess?
Yeah.
All right.
Are you liking the techno that I'm playing?
I can't hear any music.
Oh, you can't hear any music? Okay, I guess that's good.
Thank God. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh my God! Please stop. Don't.
All right.
You've been doing so well. You're so professional, by the way, bro. I gotta. We can relax from some of this heavy shit and just talk regular sports stuff.
All right. I mean, I haven't.
Did you like how I eased us into this conversation? You see how we, took about 7-8 minutes. We got each other wet. We played with each other's nipples. We tongue kissed. There was things that happened. You don't just fucking stick the dick in, bro. What?
I'm sorry. When I do this show, I like to come in hot like an orbital drop shock troop from fucking Halo. Just go in and start shooting.
what's his name? Lieberman. What's the fucking faggot with the black glasses and the gray hair? Lieberman.
The black glasses and the gray hair.
What he's a political analyst on TV. He speaks real fast. He's like anti-Fox News. He's like the Democrat liberal version of Fox News.
I'm anti-Fox News. I'm anti-freaking MSNBC.
Keith Olbermann?
Keith Olbermann. Oh, okay.
He's trying to come in like that.
Oh, he sucked as a political pundit, though. That's why he's back to doing sports. Like, he was fantastic when he was doing sports, and then he wanted to, like, be a fucking political pundit, and he just sucked a major load of dick. I mean, it's like, when like, to me, like, most, like, liberals that believe that the government should, like, take care of them from cradle to grave are the most full of shit people on the planet, because it's like, alright, so you want all this free shit that you magically don't know where the money's gonna fucking come from, then what's your fucking motivation to becoming a comic?
The problem is it goes both ways. That is true, but everything is dual. Everything is dual. Unfortunately, there is a percentage of people that manipulate things.
Yeah.
And the masses are easily manipulated.
Yeah.
People are largely weak. So. Well, yeah, whatever. I mean, anyway, I don't even know how we got on this deep shit again. I could have sworn I steered us away from this. It's very difficult to control a conversation with you. I have to say it.
Well, that's 10 years of experience, my friend. This is my show. I know how to, I keep the fucking reins because so many people have try to come on and control how this show goes, and it's like, no. It's mine.
I am naturally a controlling person, but I'm nice and I'm not nice. I think I'm nice, but I'm a little raunchy. But
yeah.
I am naturally controlling, but I don't think people notice it because it's like, I don't know. It makes you feel like you're in control.
Oh.
Anyway,
yeah.
How long is this?
I usually try to go for an hour. I mean,
are you having any other guests on?
If anybody else wants to call in, just let me know and I'll Skype you in or I'll call you. I don't know if Hug Salem is listening, but a big shout out to her. She's going to be a doctor and she's incredibly hot. I saw her at an open mic and she's kind of adorable when she's all nervous on stage. So, okay, that was me being creepy. I'm sorry. So
that was gross.
That was
pretty gross.
That was gross. That was so grody. Okay, Mildra, in the chat room, he goes, Louis B, confirmed hell jumper. Isn't that always the way, Louis? The people screaming progressive is me are the most bigoted. True that. It's because folk are so desperate to show how not racist they are.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like I hate to sound like the trees, but it's so true. It's like, I mean, if you're racist, then be racist. Just like, be who you are.
Yeah.
Just my thing is don't kill people. That's it. That's my whole thing.
Well, yeah.
Don't kill people, don't hurt people, don't hit. Don't put your hands on anybody. Try to be nice. Whatever. Try to be a good person. Why is it so difficult? I'm a fuck up. I am a big fuck up. But I do not want anyone's harm. I just want to, I fuck up my own life. I don't wish anyone else harm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I hate to sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but I'm reading these comments and it's like, You're comedians. You're comedians. And
what are you talking about?
Like, that it's okay it's okay if you don't like someone's. It's like how when I first started doing comedy and my jokes were mostly bashing feminism. And it's not that like I hate women. It's just I hate the fact that they don't acknowledge their privilege.
You know what's so crazy? I get what you're saying, but I started out with very strong views.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have like really changed so much. I've evolved so much. It's so sad. Anyway, I started out with really strong views like that, and then after a while, I was like, oh my god, I just want to make people laugh. Like none of that matters. I don't have a message. I don't care. Like it's just like, no, just laugh. I want to say something funny that makes you laugh. I don't care about hurting people's feelings at all. Like my feminist material, I don't call it anti-feminist. I call it feminist. And let me tell you why. What is feminism?
Feminism. What do
they want? What do they want? What do feminists want?
Equal rights.
Exactly. So I sit on women. It is like, oof. My making fun of women jokes are brutal. Mm-hmm. And I do that because I want them to know that I'm a feminist. I believe they can be shitted on like anybody else, because that's what true equality is. True equality is the right to be shitted on like everybody else. That's what the status quo is. And if you can't be shitted on, that means you're special, and you can't be both. You can't be special and equal. You have to pick one.
Yeah, exactly. You can't have the same. You can't be asking for equal rights, but still keep the you can't talk to me like that, I'm a woman type bullshit. I get you. Like here's another comic. He commented, "White comics, you say the N-word in any form, I'm gonna punch you. It's not funny. Keep saying it in your cars and your bedrooms like you've been doing, but not on stage." Really? Like, I almost wanna, like, I don't know if I'm like light-skinned enough to like do this. Maybe I'm too dark, which is why I'm able to get away with it. But I feel like just fucking going buck wild and just like coming out with like jokes like that just to test to see if I get punched in the face.
I mean, I don't want to test people. I just want to, you just want to make people laugh, and if it offends them, own it. That's it. You have to own your shit. I don't think people should be going out of their way to offend people. Everyone, see, that is the sign of a new comic. Is you're just trying to state things that are offensive.
Yeah.
You get to a point where you're mature enough, and you're just like, you know what? If it's funny to you, you say it. Give me an example. Let me give you I want to give you an example. I want you to give me an example of a joke that you have where, it's funny to you.
Oh.
To you, you're not worried about anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You have one of those?
Yes, easy. Off the top of my head, when I first started doing comedy, some of the insults, and I think I told this to you already, but some of the insults thrown at women are just not accurate. Like, I wouldn't call a woman a bitch because female dogs are loyal. I wouldn't call a woman a whore because that implies you get what you pay for. I wouldn't call a woman a slut because real women don't know how to fuck.
No, I don't get that one. Why do real women don't know how to fuck?
Because most women fucking lie on the bed like dead fish.
What kind of woman you fucking?
I'm just saying, I've been with chicks that just lay there and they're just like, okay, get me off. Okay, I came. I'm done.
Okay, they're lying to you. That's number one. Those women are lying. No one, that's not what a woman experiences. Number two, maybe you're a big boy. Maybe they feel like a little, they feel a little smothered.
Oh, well.
Although you've lost weight.
Yes. But, alright, well. Or I would, and I wouldn't call a woman a cunt because most women are neither pleasurable nor stimulating to be around.
Yeah, you're very angry in this joke. This is, you are, it's like, is this a joke or are these your, Well, then obviously your real feelings, right? 'Cause, you know.
I mean,
Right?
it's a joke. I mean, another joke that I said that actually offended comedian Katie Buller. I said, hitting a woman is the most disgusting and cowardly thing you can do, but women make interesting noises when you punch them in the face.
Who wrote that?
I did.
Interesting. I got to see it on stage.
Yeah.
You know, there's a certain conviction that you have when you're on stage or you don't have, and that is all the difference in a joke like that.
Yeah.
You know, I like the risk. I don't know why you're taking the risk, and that's not found out until you do it on stage.
Yeah.
If you do it on stage and it bombs all the time, and then you kind of like abandon it and all that, then you're clearly not ready for that material, and it's not you. It's not you. If you're bombing, it's not you. When you start, you know, doing better, it's because you're more comfortable with what you're saying, and it's more believable, and it's more natural.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I haven't.
Put it this way, do you really believe that it's okay to hit a woman?
No, of course not.
See, then that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not.
But I'm not. But the joke is not saying that it's okay.
What is the joke saying?
You know, basically the joke is more of like just to get the shock factor.
Oh, before I forget,
Yes,
you gotta give me that video. Go ahead, give me that footage of you with oh shit. I guess of you with what's his name? In the basement doing your fucking rape.
Well, it wasn't a rape joke.
Well, it's a joke about you being framed for rape.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think I'm going to be able to use that footage? I haven't been able to get in contact with it. So.
I don't see why not, tell you the truth.
Do you have the footage in another medium?
No.
Hey, just send it to me then. Fuck.
Yeah.
Actually, send it to Stoney. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit you up now.
Yeah.
Messenger.
Okay. little backstage shit going on now.
Yeah, don't worry. I mean,
Yeah.
listen. Are you? What are your people? Are they still commenting? Or are they listening?
No one's commenting yet, but I got this other comic comment on Facebook from Fariz Rabbani. He says,
"Oh, okay."
He says, if you're a comedian supporting the idea of a comic getting punched in the face for saying something racist on stage, then you might as well support the people who shot up Charlie Hebdo. Artistic freedom, free speech should never ever be regulated, especially with physical harm.
I do agree with that.
Me too, wholeheartedly.
You know, listen. You know what's so funny? I'm so wish-washy. I agree with that, and yet I still think it was entertaining that he got punched. It was like, okay, yeah, I'm glad. So I don't really. It's not that I'm supporting it. I just think it's funny, and it's like, nah.
All I'm saying is if anybody ever came up on stage to take a swing at me, I'm fighting back. I gives no fucks.
No, you should, and it's not right. It is not right. It's just entertain. It's okay. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Lewis, if you say provocative shit, there's going to be a reaction. What that reaction is, you have to deal with it. Is somebody going to heckle you? Are they going to be silent? Are you going to bomb? Is somebody going to throw something at you? Like, shit does happen.
Yeah, but you know what? It's one thing because, you know, when I was doing a lot of my, you know, woman bashing material when I first started out, a lot of people didn't want to fuck with me.
Right, they didn't want to fuck with you,
So,
and also...
but the thing is, I ended up changing because, a lot of, I got better as a comic, so I, started changing
so you've already toned it down with the women bashing?
Yeah, I haven't really done that type of shit in a while.
Like, wait a minute, what is this fucking joke about the fucking hitting her in the head shit?
That was when I first started. That was year one shit. What are you talking about? Like, I mean, have you seen videos that I do now?
So you don't tell that joke on stage anymore?
No. Like, maybe I'll break it out sometime down the road, but, it's like right now I'm trying to focus on, like semi-political stuff. Like, one joke that I said now is, like, how do we feel about there being a female mass shooter? I mean, I guess gender equality is working. The only problem is she only shot one bullet for every 4 her male counterparts shot, so we still got some work ahead of us.
That's really good. I think that's excellent. See, I was very immature with my shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't even write. I mean, I wrote mass shooting jokes. I didn't really hit the Muslim shit too hard because it was just kind of like I got lazy. I should have definitely talked about it more. And it's not so much that the Tyrant's Cast is just like, I'm not emotionally involved, but I think that's very good, Mo. My thing was very much like, if you come to a comedy club to be offended, I hope a Muslim chick bombs your job. And then I say, because they do that now, right? Because, equality. But that was it.
Mm-hmm.
But even when I did that, bitches gassed because I did it right after.
Yeah.
Like, my shit has got to be, like, timely, boom. But then afterwards, because I'm not right, like, if I'm not emotionally invested, I don't write. That what you just said to me, that is like a bit. It's not like a one-off. I should have definitely wrote more on that topic.
Yeah, I mean...
But that being said, the mass shooter who shot up Planned Parenthood.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know they interviewed him?
No, they did. They did. Like after or before?
Wait, he didn't commit suicide, did he?
I don't even know. I think they got him alive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I heard. So I heard that they fucking interviewed him. Say, why would you fucking shoot up an abortion clinic?
Mm-hmm. What did he say?
He said because he was trying to beat the doctors to the punch.
Well, I guess it's cheaper than our tax dollars going to do. Well, okay. I guess he was trying to save us money.
He must have been, dude.
Here's the funny thing about that whole thing. Everyone's like, oh, they're trying to stop women from getting abortions. No, the real issue was Planned Parenthood. Fuck selling baby parts like aborted fetuses. Fuck that shit. That's not what the issue was about. The real issue was they were committing freaking Medicaid fraud. They were billing the government for procedures they weren't doing.
But what does that have to do with anything?
No, because they want to say that there's a war on women. It's a war. They want to say it's a war on women. That's why they're shutting.
You're saying Planned Parenthood fucked up finance?
Yeah, they were fucking up. They were committing fraud. They were stealing money, and that's why they got defunded. That's the real story. That's not. I
never heard that. That's very interesting.
Yeah, they were millions of dollars. They were milking the government out of for procedures they weren't doing.
Mm.
And that was the issue.
But what does this have to do with the mass shooting, though? Like, does this have anything to do with?
Well,
the mass shooting?
I think. My conspiracy brain. Not that I have any proof. This is just what I think. This is my theory. I don't. So, which is what a theory is like it doesn't have proof. There's just a speculation that it was meant to cover up. It was meant to cover up and give credence to the story that there are people that hate women out there that they want to shut down. They want to shut down Planned Parenthood to take away a woman's right for an abortion. But that's not. But that it was a cover up to the real crime that was going on. So of course they'll say, "Oh well, we hate women. Women don't deserve free health care. That's why the government wants to take away the money for Planned Parenthood." Look, I mean, and this is I went to school.
Women always complain about something. I wish they would just shut the fuck up. Nobody do whatever you want. Ain't nobody else like children. God, nobody's trying to take your rights away. God, do it. Whatever you want. No, listen, man. I am so over them.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
yeah,
I mean, it's like, oh God, fuck, you fucked me up.
I mean, that, I feel where you're going. It's just like it's so,
yeah, I mean,
and then you got fucking mass shooters shooting up the Planned Parenthood. I just think I think that's ridiculous too.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, a lot of these mass shooters, like they're insane. I mean, it's textbook insanity. And of course, it's like, oh, we shouldn't have guns, and they want to make fun of the fact that most people say, hey, how's about we talk about mental illness? But okay, let's take guns out the situation and focus on the mental illness. How many veterans with PTSD are on the streets, homeless right now because they have lack of funding to help them? I mean, imagine how fucked up this country is. We got warriors on the streets that fought in a war supposedly for our freedom of speech. Whether you agree with the war or not, I personally don't. But I'm not going to be shitting on people, men and women that actually fought.
No, I wouldn't either. Definitely
because,
not.
I mean, in fact, and I've said this on previous shows, like, I'm almost ashamed that I can't do more. But if I see a vet on the street, like, and if I got a few dollars, I'll buy him something to eat. And I'm not doing that because, yeah, I'm a hero. I'm doing that because, you know what? It's the least I could fucking do. But and my government is failing them.
I mean, it's so sad because they are fucked up. I feel so terrible about it. It's so, I mean, these guys, they're fighting unjust wars. That's just the saddest thing, Getting into all types of quagmires for, percent of the population that they don't, it's like rich people just having poor people fight for them. It's just textbook brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Mildred in the chat room's like, they attack the gun part because it's easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I posted a video on my Facebook about some dude chopping down a wooden door to try to kill somebody, and the only reason why those people are not dead is because the guy had a gun to protect himself.
Yeah, that's a stupid argument. I mean, just God. Listen, what the fuck? Again, okay, so so I have to be honest. This is a tough one. It's not a tough one for me, but gun control to me, all right, and to me it's so simple. Everything is simple in my mind.
All right.
You want a gun? Have a gun.
Oh, okay.
Make it like getting a license, though. There needs to be a background check.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be a thorough background check. I think it needs to be one step further. Do a psych eval, do a history thing, do all that, and then do your tests, and and they go through all this stuff, and then if they pass, have your gun. What's the problem?
I mean, but here also,
and that should be able to go for everybody.
And here's the thing, though: no matter what law they come up with, you're not going to keep guns out of the hands of bad people or the mentally ill. You're not.
Let me tell you how that I've heard that argument before. Even that doesn't even make any sense to me. I'm gonna be honest. I'll take it one step further. I would consider myself a good person. Not that I'm a fuck up tremendously. I am a tremendous person of fuck up, but I do not wish harm on anybody. So if I felt like I really needed a gun, I would get a gun and I wouldn't even give a fuck. I would just get it illegally. And I'm not a bad person, but I would have that motherfucker if I felt I would need it. Now, I'll give you an example. Same thing, that I described with the car. I'll be honest, no, I don't think any cop or anyone is going to hear this. I've been riding dirty for like almost a year. I've been riding with no car insurance, no registration, no license. I have weed in the car. I could be one of these black guys getting shot any day of the week. And they could try to paint me as a picture of like a terrible person. No, it's just that I'm hustling and I'm fucking up to a point where like I don't have the funds to pay all of these warrants and tickets that I owe and I have like $10,000 in fees and all this type of shit. So I don't have it, but I'm doing my best. I'm trying to get a job and then I will pay it all. But the bottom line is I don't argue about it. I don't fucking march or do anything. I just do what I got to do. So you could say I'm a bad person for living like that. Fine. I'll sacrifice my job, but I'm being honest about it. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. I got someone else that wants to chime in. Let me get him on. Let me get Mildred on. He wants to. I'm calling him right now. He wants.
Why is he interested?
Yep.
Hello.
Mildred, what's up?
Not much. Just enjoying a bit of respite from all the holiday insanity.
I see. So, what?
Mildred, what's your name, dude?
My handle's Mildred. That's what everybody calls me.
Oh, your handle, Mildred?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not going by your real name?
I'm one of those old school types who always has to go by a handle whenever he does anything online. I don't like putting my real name out there.
Are you a comic?
I'm a writer. I'm an amateur game designer, and I'm something of a commentator on anything I come across.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you're like an internet troll.
I prefer to consider myself a magnificent bastard, but okay.
They have these guys, man, that I'm meeting on like Encyclopedia Dramatica. Have you guys heard of this group?
Yes.
I am familiar with.
In fact, I have a troll. I have someone that trolled me that she has a page on Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Oh my God, they scare the shit out of me. I am not. Louis, you see the shit I post. You know I don't give a fuck, right? Mm-hmm. These motherfuckers are raw as fuck, dude. I'm just like, yo, this is like, whoa. I had to take a break, and I am good for it. Dude, I'm down for anything. Mm-hmm. It's too much. It's too much.
ED is tame by comparison to some of the shit I've seen.
Yeah.
I have
Say
seen.
it again?
Compared to some of the shit that I've seen over the years, ED is tame. Yes. Trust me.
Nah, dude. I seen a snuff film, bro. I didn't fuck with that. I didn't like that. I was like, yo, this is too much. Why did it get silent all of a sudden?
No, I just read Ashley Gavin. She just posted another a status to hashtag 2015 in 5 words. A great year for racist. Like, I just love how that word racist gets thrown around so easily.
That's why I keep calling it a walrus tusk. And I remember getting into a discussion with a coworker of mine where I said, you know, some of these people need to spend about 5 minutes with an actual racist, with an actual sexist, so they can know the difference.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of truth to that, because I've been in chat rooms with Christian identity guys, and these guys are like staunch white supremacists. Like, these guys are the ones that will as soon as they found out I was Puerto Rican, they were like, why is this mongrel doing here? Well, why don't you go back to your country? Don't you feel good? Feel better hanging out with people of your own kind? Like, these are people that believe that since they're white, they're the real Israelites.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
That's awesome. Did you see the news article of this black dude who turned the KKK, members of the KKK, he turned them around?
No.
Like, they gave up their robes and changed their ways. Do you know how gangster that shit is? When I heard that story, I was like, yo, that is gangster. He infiltrated the KKK and had, like, grandmasters giving up their robes. I was like, this is incredible. Do you know what that takes? That is extra. That's something special.
Yeah. Maybe.
When I said that thing about that snuff film, that dude freaked out. It kind of freaked me out.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's no surprise though, because I mean, a lot of these KKK guys, I got a lot of friends that, they tell me like, they're into black pussy.
Of course they are.
They have black, these white supremacist KKK guys, a lot of them have black girlfriends who they're in love with.
Of course.
So I mean, I don't, like I said, I tried to doubt this joke. I'm like, I don't believe that there is such a thing as real racists anymore. Just motherfuckers out there trolling.
Yeah, I mean, it's so dumb. People want the right to, so the same way that people want the right to be offended, people want the right to say fucked up shit.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. It's unfortunate and sad. Well, this has been fun.
Yes, it has. Like everyone, every comic comes on that I interview on my show, they end up having fun. I don't know why comics don't want to listen.
I think you are a professional and a gentleman.
Thank you.
I'm sorry if I scared away your guest.
Nah, you didn't. Wait, Andrew wants to get on. Yeah, Andrew, what's your Skype me real quick if you want to get in on this.
Who is this?
Andrew from Australia.
Yeah.
He wants to
Where was that other dude from?
I don't know. Maybe he had to go take a shit or something. I don't know. Let me see.
No, I'm saying, where was he from?
Let me. Minnesota. And he a brother too.
He's black?
Yep.
That was so weird.
Why?
I could have sworn he was a white dude.
That's pretty racist.
How is that racist?
He sounds white. You said it like, You said it like how I said. Aren't you Dominican?
No. I didn't say it as in uneducated or uneducated. I said it in terms of dialect. He sounded like a white guy from Minnesota.
All right. Oh, okay, boom.
Oh, God.
All right, Andrew wants in. Let me calling Andrew now.
Andrew who?
Andrew, he from Australia.
Oh, okay, right. He's not a comic.
How you doing, Captain?
How you doing, Drew?
I'm doing well, mate.
So, have you been sleeping with some wallabies over there? How you getting some kangaroo pussy?
No, I just cook those fuckers and eat them. Good meat there.
Oh, okay. So, what do you wanna say about this topic?
Well, you're talking about all these people being offended. I mean, my view is all religion is bullshit.
Actually, it's kind of funny you say that because JC used to be a preacher.
What did he say?
He says it's funny that all these people get offended, but all these religions are bullshit.
Seriously? Yeah.
I mean, bullshit is one way to look at it, but okay.
Well, I always,
if your mind is not open to a religion, it's not for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll just say, like I say to Islamists, to Christians, to anybody, will the real God please stand up? And by the way, do you really think if you understood your Creator that some book, some simple book, could explain your creation, that what a Creator has in mind for you? That's human bullshit.
I mean, if your mind is not open to it, it's not for you.
Well, it's not that my mind's not open to it, mate. I was brought up in the Catholic Church. I'm an Australian Pollock, and when I started,
the Catholic Church is your first problem.
Well, I don't even care about the Catholic Church. I don't care about the fucking Catholic Church. The fact is that once I discovered that was all bullshit, and I looked at everything else, I knew that was bullshit too. Judaism, Islam, it's all bullshit. There's no prophet. There's no anything. It all comes from a manipulation of the language. Son of God. Not S-O-N, S-U-N. Son of the morning star. Not S-O-N, S-U-N. And if you understand that, you understand the religion of the pharaohs, which is the only real backdate we can give to it. It's the only real text that we've got, and it's all based around the star systems. All religion is to control humanity. It's got no other. There's no word of God involved in that.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, do you think the guy who created Dolly the sheep, that was the first clone, really gave a fuck when it died?
Probably not.
See, my thing is, I think there's different ways of explaining the hereafter. I think that's the whole problem. I don't care about Christianity or Islam. I don't care about Buddhism. None of these. Religion is man's attempt to understand something greater than himself. And it's just that. It's an attempt. That's all it is.
But why is that religion? Religion, a friend of mine said we'd be better off if we'd never discovered religion and we just lived by morals. If we set our morals, I don't want to hurt you, I don't want to kill you, but if you fuck with me, then, at some point I'm going to fuck with you back, Just treat everybody with respect. I don't give a flying fuck about.
Yeah, but the problem is that people have different morals and different standards, So you have to have someone who comes along to establish the standard, and they usually use.
Most of those different morals are ingrained in the religion that they've been taught as a child, and if you've never got over that, as a case in point is Islam. I mean, I've seen shit. I've travelled all over the world. I've seen shit that people have done in the name of religion. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. It's made me absolutely revile at the even word religion. Makes me cringe.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a lot of bad stuff. A lot of bad stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
So now, are you? I'm trying to get an idea. How did you start following Lou? I'm so interested in other shit.
All right.
How'd you start following this show, dude?
You mean Louis?
Yeah.
I found him once or twice, and I found what he was talking about interesting. Like, I'm into certain conspiracy theories myself, not all of them, and I'm certainly not an Alex Jones fan.
Neither am I.
he seems to be very honest. Like, if I say something, I think he's going to, okay, I'll treat what he says with respect, and he'll look it up later, and if I'm a liar, he's going to call me on my bullshit, and that's all I ask in return.
That's great.
You know? I haven't got a book to sell anybody. I haven't got an ideology to sell on anybody either, you know.
What's that?
I don't have a book to sell. I don't have an ideology to sell. All I want is the truth. And if someone proves me wrong, if someone proves what I'm saying wrong, I'll say thank you, and I'll work with the information provided. I'm not selling anything. And every one of those fucking talking heads that are out there, well, 99.9% of them are selling some shit.
Do you believe in the Illuminati?
In a certain aspect of it, but it's not, you know, oh, the Freemasons rule the world, or this rules the world, or that rules the world. No, that's too simplistic.
That's just what?
It's too simplistic.
It's too simplistic that there are people who rule the world?
Well, people with money rule the world, but it doesn't mean they're right. You know, they've just got the money to drive their idea.
Right, but, I mean, just the fact that you say, or you would say, hey, I do believe there is an Illuminati, or an elite.
An Illuminati is a great word for it. It's kind of stupid. It's like the guy who went, when Alex Jones became popular and he went into that place with the fucking owls and stuff, another guy wrote a book about how he thought there were just stupid old men there playing these silly games. He didn't believe any of it. You know, it's all...
Wait, are you talking about the Bohemian Grove?
Bohemian Grove, yeah, that's when Alex Jones became kind of popular.
You know, I was listening to something by Alex Jones. He's so weird. He's so crazy.
Oh.
The funny thing is that the guy who broke into that place with him wrote a book about it, and Alex Jones didn't talk to him for 10 years. He said it was just like these stupid old prime ministers and former presidents just playing these silly games. He didn't put any weight on this Illuminati shit that Alex Jones takes all on.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I don't like about Alex Jones is, first of all, he's now talking about, oh yeah, radical Muslims this, radical Muslims that, and it's all about fear porn. That's all it is fear porn.
It's always been about.
Yeah, I know. He said something about, he had some dude on the show talking about Reagan was gay. Did you hear that?
You never know.
See, what Alex Jones's motivation was, he saw Bill Cooper, and Bill Cooper didn't monetize his shit.
Yeah.
I mean, not.
Well,
and Alex Jones says, if I can turn that into an industry, and I can sell fear porn, that means I have to supply everybody with something every fucking day. No matter if it's right or wrong, if it's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I got Bill Cooper's book, Behold a Pale Horse. So far, it's still so fucking relevant with all the social engineering going on right now that it talks about in that book. It's hilarious.
And he was on shortwave, you know, we lost someone else in the 90s. And this guy was saying to me, and I was in the music industry for a little bit, and he was like, hey, this idiot's saying the same thing you are, Andrew. I'll send you his tapes. And that's how I did his fucking tapes. That's how I knew about him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't mean he was about everything. But the interesting fact is, Bill Cooper was ex-military intelligence. So he knows a bit. Yeah. Or he knew a bit.
Oh, and of course he was killed. He was killed by the state.
Yeah,
I mean the way he went out, it was, you know, and he knew it was going to happen because you know, there's some of the stories where he was like, in order to get food, he would like he would have someone drive him into the city, you know, and he would be in the garage so that way the cops that were watching him wouldn't know that he left.
You know, Rick Jones tried to steal us, he did. It was like 6 or 9 months. I don't have the timeline right, I'm sure. Yeah. But he said, don't you believe what they're going to blame on bin Laden. Don't you believe it for one fucking second. Before it happened. Look it up on YouTube. Don't believe me.
Yeah, I mean, and Bill Cooper actually predicted 9/11 was going to happen before Alex Jones. I mean, Alex Jones is like JC. Just think of Alex Jones as the Dennis Leary of conspiracy.
I don't understand the analogy.
You know, Dennis Leary was like plagiarized a lot of Bill Cooper's. Bill Hicks's stuff.
Oh, got you. Understand. That's a great analogy. Great analogy.
So, you know, yeah. And now that Bill Cooper is gone, it's like now you get all this like screaming and hollering and acting like a fool, saying, "Oh, we're gonna destroy the New World Order," and then the next day is we're gonna lose and we're not gonna make it. And I fear for my country.
I just think he's crazy.
Like it's either crazy like a fox.
No, he's not crazy. Like, he doesn't even do shows sometimes on the weekends when things break. You know, he's our road runner. It's amazing.
Yeah, now
I think he goes back and forth between sincere and Looney Tunes.
It's never sincere. I make
like fear porn.
Yeah.
If you supply fear porn, if you've got people buying products, hey, get these filters. Hey, buy these big vitamin tablets I have. You've got to keep supplying it. It's not like you can say, well, I don't know about that. I'm not sure. No, you can't do that. You can't be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that old joke, there's an old joke that's been going around in the 9/11 Truth movement. The answer to 1983 is 1995.
Yeah.
As in the price, the price of the DVDs he sells costs $19.95. So, and 1983 is a reference to George Orwell's book, A Brave New World.
Orwell didn't write Brave New World. That was Huxley.
Okay, oops, my bad. I mean, so George Orwell's book,
1984.
Yeah.
Is,
1984 with George Orwell. Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah,
so is my friend back from Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know the funny thing? It's all these guys run around in the Guy Fawkes marks, which I guess is V for Vendetta inspired, and they don't even understand that Guy Fawkes wanted to do what he did because he wanted Rome to take over England again. You know, he wanted Rome in charge. He wasn't against the establishment. He just wanted a different one. He wanted the Pope back in charge of England. How many people know that?
I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I found that kind of thing to be a sort of irony. But when I look at a lot of revolutions, it starts making more sense than it probably should.
Absolutely. You know, Napoleon, how did he fund his army? It was the Louisiana Purchase.
Mm-hmm.
And he conscripted people for the first fucking time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that's why I end up in one form or another quoting a certain line from Hamlet regarding the undiscovered country. Or am I the only person in this room who's read Hamlet at least once?
Yeah.
I was listening to Jordan Maxwell the other day, and he was talking about how Hamlet.
To answer Mildred's question, probably because no one else is commenting on it. They're like, I'm waiting for the movie to come out that has tits. That's it.
I was listening to a guy who said, as foreign as that English language in Hamlet sounds to you, it's how they've manipulated the language to get to where we are now. Because that was English in the time, and now what we're speaking.
It certainly was, though. As far as it being manipulated, some of that is definitely the case, and some of it's just how languages tend to evolve over centuries. I mean, you don't see a whole lot of people. There's a whole lot of Latin in several languages throughout Europe, yet you don't hear a whole lot of people speaking Latin nowadays unless they're lawyers.
Well, we spell colour with a U down here, mate.
Yeah, some men want to watch The World Burn.
Whatever,
true.
you know.
Yeah, like you crazy sons of bitches spell shop with 2 P's and an E. What the fuck is that insanity about? That sounds like a waste of goddamn ink, in my opinion.
I remember John Wick, not the movie, but the game creator, who got raked over the coals when he used the British spelling of armor in one of his books.
It's funny.
The language was fucking English to start with, you know. The fact that you and we, too, Aussies have manipulated the English language. I mean, the language was English.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's be fair. The English language, for being the most popular language on the planet, is fucking weird.
Yeah, it's very closely related to German, though, if you understand German.
Oh yeah, it's definitely easy to even though I don't speak German, it's definitely easier than some other European languages to kind of get the gist of certain things. But
I hate
just
German.
Look at how
I hate it.
the English
German
language,
is so confusing.
when you just look at how the English language is structured, how certain phonetics work,
Yeah.
even the opinion of people who do this kind of thing for a living say that the English language is weird.
Yeah, it is. I don't get how a letter is silent. I might be Australian, but my first language was Polish. So you've got a silent.
Dzień dobry, jak się masz, dziękuję. Do widzenia.
Yeah.
Whoa, was that the nigga saying that?
Nah, it was the spec.
That was
Dzień
very
dobry.
good.
You know, I go to Poland and they don't understand what I'm fucking saying because my Aussie twang with the Polish dialogue doesn't mix. What? Dzień dobry. What? Dzień dobry. What
Well,
are you fucking
just to
saying
give
to it?
just to give an example, there's the fact that the L in the English language has an evil twin, like the regular L that begins with a word or a syllable, and then what's referred to as the dark L that comes at the end of a word or a syllable. And all the morphemes that are used in English, basically word building blocks.
You guys are
Yeah.
extremely smart. If we were slaves, you would all be in the house, and I would be in the street.
Yep.
All right, guys. I have to. I got to get going. It's been real.
Alrighty. So,
That was Mildred, right? Good talking to you.
that
Mildred,
was JC. That was JC. He has some. Do you have any shows to promote, JC?
Nothing that they would see since they're in other states, so not necessarily.
Well, I got people in New York that listen, for fuck's sake.
Well, comedians, yeah, I've got the web series coming out, dropping in a couple weeks called Comedians: Why We're Messed Up.
Mm-hmm.
So look for it on social media. Just type that in. You really don't need any other information. It should be dropping in a couple weeks, and it's very, very good.
All right.
All right, guys, take care.
Hey,
This has been
right.
great.
Stay frosty, man.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye.
Fine.
Yeah, I guess he got a little tired of the phonics lessons going on.
You know how I get when it comes to storytelling.
Yes.
Hey, Lou, how did you... Was that your first paid gig? The one you were talking about last time?
No, it wasn't. I'm still not getting paid.
I thought you got paid for that last one.
Nah, it wasn't. it was an audition, so that way I could hopefully start getting paid.
By the way, I did check. Sorry you weren't able to get a high enough position to do that thing at the Broadway.
Yeah.
Because I had checked and it looks like you only got 10th place, which I'm not sure how many people enrolled, but I'm guessing you were in the upper middle.
Yeah.
Of the standings, which for what was this was probably your first time trying out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So, it's
not a bad start. I think you just you were just kind of the new guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna keep beating the door down.
One thing that I was that was gonna mention earlier when it comes to certain isms, because like you, I've gotten my fair share of people saying, "Oh, you're against blank. Oh, you're against blank," and fill in the blank with whatever buzzword of the week you want. Like maybe this time it'll be feminism, next time it'll be something else. But the position that I think you and I both hold is one of being pro-competence. If you're going to make an argument, try not to sound like a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Because if I agree with you and you fuck up, then I'm forced to sit on the side of a dumbass. So thanks. If I disagree with you and you screw up, then I get to see how a complete fucking idiot is able to influence other complete fucking idiots. So thanks. I mean, at least, even if somebody disagrees with me, as long as they're thinking and not just using a script, like I keep calling these. You may have noticed on Twitter, I keep calling a lot of those people pod persons. At least when they're thinking, I can respect that.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
When I get someone's other opinion, if I know they respect me and we don't agree, like I told Kelton Kirstead, we don't agree about JFK, but I'm not going to lose a friendship over that.
No, and even the people who don't agree with me about the whole thing are still able to have a few jokes when it came to that movie that tried to do frame by frame detailing of the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
if I could bring it back to the original topic, because I'm going to be closing out soon, because it's 3:30 in the morning over here. So, what do you guys think of the whole fact that someone got punched in the face for telling jokes, even though it wasn't a racist joke? They just happened to use a sacred word.
Okay, give me a moment to center myself a little bit so I don't completely lose my shit.
All right.
Well,
I mean, you could lose. Why don't you lose your shit? This is the Crack Shot Radio Show. Go ahead.
Because my gimmick is being the monk.
Didn't Lenny Bruce say something like, "If you're not offended by my humor, I'm not really touching you," or something like that? I want to be offended. I want to be, because if the comic's just saying funny, irrelevant shit that doesn't mean anything in my life, then what are they really doing? At least if they offend me and they make me think, then they're affecting me in some way. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I think.
Okay. There are two things that I need to address.
Mm-hmm.
First, and this is because years ago I took some acting classes.
All right.
And one of the things that was beaten into my head repeatedly for the 3 years that I was doing it was art is offensive.
Absolutely.
Art that is not offensive is not art. It is propaganda.
Or meaningless shit, yeah, but I get you.
They couldn't put that on a plaque in front of a bunch of students, But the reason why I bring that up is that being offended being offense is a reaction. Whenever a comic says something, they're saying to try and get some kind of reaction. I think somebody once made the claim that comedy is like a Pavlov thing, where you do a good joke, the audience laughs, and they're more receptive to more good jokes. You do a bad joke and they groan, and you've got to work hard to get them on their good side. The thing is, though, in either case, they're trying to get a reaction. By being offended by something that they say, what are you really accomplishing? Is the first thing. The second thing is, if they were that willing to jump up and punch somebody, either one, they're fucking stupid.
Yeah. Or
two, they are the type of people who are so attached to their sacred words that they want to be offended.
To lash out at you. You're correct. The second one's correct. If you challenge them, they need to lash out at you.
Yeah, I just think it's funny how, well, not funny like haha, but more, it's just, I mean, hitting someone for saying words, that offends me. Like,
well, what's funny about that?
Yeah.
What's funny about that was, I lived in Chicago for 2 years, and I was married to a black woman for 3.5.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So that racist shit don't really go with me. I don't understand it. I didn't get it. I see it. I laugh at you.
You were married in Chicago?
Yeah, I lived in Elgin, Illinois.
Man.
I lived in Elgin, Illinois.
So when you divorced, did you immediately fly back to Australia just so that way you could avoid paying her alimony? Because that shit would be hilarious.
No, funnily enough, my friends are lawyers.
Oh.
So she kind of got, she still lives in an apartment attached to a house I own in Illinois.
Wait, you
she
own...
pays...
Oh, wow. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious, but, But I never got that shit, I like black, white, blah, 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 yellow, gook, whatever. I don't give a flying fuck about any of that. Who cares?
I'm in a fairly unorthodox position as a mixed race guy, since I'm half black, half white.
Oh, you're gray.
Yeah.
Well, that was my ex.
Although personally, it always annoys me when somebody is trying to stumble all over themselves, trying to figure out what to call me or what language to use. And I'm like, dude, knock it off. Yeah. I'm me.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of me being black or white. I'm just me. Don't ever feel that you have to center yourself around me.
What astounds me is the Nazis said that the Jews were like a fucking inferior race and stuff like that. But you go back like, 2,500 years in the Talmud, and the Jews said that they were the master race, and when real prophet, not Jesus, comes back, they will enslave the earth. So the Nazis based their whole theology on Judaism, because they were the master race. It's fucking ridiculous.
If you look in the dictionary for the word irony, you'll find a picture of every ideologue in human history.
Mm-hmm.
And Nietzsche was really talking about superhumans. Hitler read all that shit. It was like, I want a race of superhumans. I don't call them Aryans or even Nietzsche. I've read all this crazy shit. It was about a superhuman race. It had nothing to do with the Orions. Ridiculous. That's kind of the funny way that we all rotate around the world.
When it comes to that, I wonder what he'd have to say about say the three laws and similar stuff that Asimov had in his stuff, because the robots in his books could be considered a superhuman.
Yeah, absolutely. Right point.
Is that did Isaac Asimov write a story about a robot that accidentally crushed a bunny, and it was like try to get the scientists to fix it?
He had written a lot of stories involving robots. I'm not sure if that was one of, because a lot of the stuff he wrote because this was still the pulp era, was short stories, not full novels.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he may have, although it doesn't exactly fit with the laws. Then again, he, in a lot of his work, he would introduce laws like that or the rules of foundation, and then write stories that was subverting it.
Yeah. So, anyways, gentlemen, let's close out because it's already
right.
yeah. So
I will summarize this. I will summarize it as such. The reason why, when it comes to that guy getting punched when it comes to that comedian getting punched, I am not on the side of the guy who punched him, because the thing about that sort of thing is that and this is the reason why I hold no sympathy for people who try so hard at being offended, because they are so attached to that offense, real or perceived, as part of their own self-identification, that they can that offense and their own personal identity are one and the same. So they go around needing to be offended, not because of, they may claim it's out of some perceived justice or perceived slight, but it's more about their own self-validation.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, the guy who threw the punch is, in all likelihood, a selfish son of a bitch who is probably going around looking for trouble so he can claim how victimized he is.
Or how,
in other words, he's David Thomas from Little Britain.
Yeah.
The only gay in the village who is a complete shithead and then calls everyone homophobic when they call him out on it.
Yeah. Never really heard of that, but okay. I mean, it's I guess what you're saying is like he did it not because he's trying to fight for racial equality and that saying that word is like a no. He's doing it for his own fucking mental masturbation.
Yeah, words alone cannot harm. There's a reason why there's that whole sticks and stones may break my bones kind of thing.
Yeah.
Words have as much power as we give them. You take away the emotional connection of a word, and it's powerless.
Well, also, I mean, this is one point I forgot to make. It's I think I danced around it. It's all about context and intent. If the context wasn't racist and the intent wasn't racist, then I don't care how many times you say nigger, gook, wop, fucking kike and all that shit. If I'm not being racist about it, or I'm using it as a description, or even just to say it, like I could be singing nigger, nigger, nigger. Am I a racist? No. I'm just saying a word. There's no intent, there's no hate behind it, and people have gotten really sensitive. I mean, the only time words hurt is when it's attached to a letter of intent to sue, and I've gotten those, so that's the only time when words hurt.
My point on that would be, if your belief system is so weak, then you cannot accept a question from somebody about it, then maybe you need to look at what you believe.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So, gentlemen, I would like to thank you for calling in and coming on. Big shout out thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Mildra. Apocalypse. Who else? Ben Cruz. Of course, JC knows best. Thanks for listening. And everyone else that was listening that wasn't in the chat room, I can't shout you out because I don't know who is on here. So I'm just gonna, I'll guess it's Shane and Hugs Salim. Hopefully she was listening. And yeah, so as always, thank you from, this has been the Crotch Shot Radio Show. And as always, from my house to your house, mahalo.
That's the end of my show. Donk.